County Sports Network's continuing coverage of two-a-days. I'm here with Burlington City head coach Tony Sacca. Coach, how's everything going early on for your team?
So far, so good. We've had decent numbers come out again this year, which is always big for a Group 1 school. So we are, just like everybody else, we're trying to get ready for that first scrimmage and try to work out a lot of the kinks that we didn't get worked out over the summer.
You've only been with the program for a few years in the head coaching capacity. How has it been forming the program to kind of the way that you want it? Have you been able to see the fruits of your labor yet?
Well, we were able to, turn it around somewhat in the first 2 years. We haven't been able to, this is the third year. We're hoping to improve every year, and our goal is to make the playoffs, and that's a reasonable goal for us. But we have not, we haven't gone undefeated, and we haven't had a real great year. But the kids are working hard, and we have some talented kids back. So we're hoping to improve on our last year's team, which is going to be difficult because we're just going to be young this year.
Well, some people would say that you guys won the offseason, had a couple of high-profile acquisitions coming over from Willingboro. What has Coach Reggie Lawrence and Antonio Parnell as well, what impact have they made early on?
Well, anytime you can get a coach of Reggie Lawrence's caliber on your staff, especially here in Group 1 where you really need a lot of coaching, that's been great. And Antonio Parnell has been a nice addition. So we're looking forward to, like I said, getting him on the field. This is his first year over here, and we certainly were in need of a wide receiver. So that worked out well for us. We graduated 3 pretty good ones last year, so the timing couldn't have been better. And well, I guess we'll just have to wait to see how well it works out.
Opening game's always a big game. Maybe a little bit bigger this year. Florence, a big rival to kick things off for you. What's your approach heading into that game?
Well, for us, Florence is always the standard in the Freedom for the last, 15 years. So for us to play them first game, for us, we look at it as a motivating factor. We've brought it up a number of times in practice that, we have to be ready to play week 1, so we have to work harder in practice, maybe more so than we did the last couple years. And other than Florence, we have a couple tough games at the top. We play Bishop Eustace and then a bye week and then Bordentown's, all 3 very good programs. So we've been using it as a motivating factor to keep our kids on pace, I would say, to be ready for that week 1.
So with such a young team, what position groups can you rely on to kind of set the tone for your team this year?
Well, Ryan Daniels is our returning quarterback, and he had a very good year last year on offense and defense. He was a first-team All-County defensive back. So we're going to be heavily relying on him, just as we've done last year and the year before. He's an explosive guy. And other than that, we're just going to be young. We have a talented group of kids, but it'll be the first time for most of them getting on the field that first game against Florence. So time will tell how fast that they can mature and be able to contribute at a high school level.
In your opinion, what's the definition of success on the field this year?
Well, for us, the first 2 years and then again this year, I think making the playoffs is a legitimate goal. And if you can make the playoffs, that means you must have done something right during the season. We're certainly not at a point where we can come out and say we're the Freedom favorites, and we haven't been the past 2 years, and I don't expect us to be the Freedom favorite again this year. But our goal is to play well enough to get into the playoffs and get to the postseason and make it exciting for the kids and keep the momentum going in the right direction in terms of getting kids out to play.
Coach, best of luck. Thanks for having us out today.
Thank you very much.